When you're a child, you often dream about how cool it would be to touch the sky and be amongst the clouds. It can seem like a far-off fantasy, but with the right building, it can be real. From the tallest structure ever built, to the building that replaced one destroyed in a terrorist attack, here are 5 of the world's tallest buildings that broke the sky. Before we begin, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe to our channel, and click the notification bell for more amazing videos every day. With that being said, let's begin. Number 5. Shanghai Tower. The Shanghai Tower, which also goes by the name of Shanghai Center Building, is a skyscraper in Pudong, Shanghai that spans 128 stories and 2,073 feet. It features 9 cylindrical buildings, a glass facade, and can comfortably cater for 16,000 people every day. That's a whole lot of people. The Shanghai Tower first went under construction in 2008, thought to be at the cost of $2.4 billion. The final structure was put in place in 2013, and the exterior components, including 2 glass facades, were finished in September 2015, almost a year behind schedule. It wasn't until July 2016, however, that the observation deck was open to the public. Until then, people had nowhere to look at things from, which was a shame for people who like using their eyes. They say that good things take time, and that's true in the case of the Shanghai Tower. Even though it took a considerable number of years to reach completion, the result is remarkable. This tower has the world's highest observation deck at 1,843 feet, and its elevator can travel at speeds of over 46 miles per hour. That makes it the second fastest lift in the world, pipped only by that of the Guangzhou CTF Finance Center, which travels at 47 miles per hour. It's an aesthetically pleasing tower as well, but mainly for the purpose of sustainability too. In 2013, it was named the greenest super high-rise building on Earth, and was designed to both recycle its wastewater and capture rainwater for building use. Its glass facade also twists at 120 degrees to reduce wind loads. That's not to say the wind isn't welcome, for the building boasts 270 wind turbines to provide supplementary electricity of 350 kilowatts for the building's use annually. So what's this building's purpose? The Shanghai Tower is home to a hotel, a museum, gardens, cafes, restaurants, and retail space. All of these businesses get the pleasure of panoramic city views. However, securing occupancy permits proved troublesome, which is why as of 2017, only 60% of the building's areas were tenanted, and a little over 30% of those tenants had actually moved in. Some floors of the Shanghai Tower are still entirely empty. That said, those who have occupied the Shanghai Tower get to do so with the knowledge that they live or work in one of the world's tallest buildings that broke the sky. Number 4. One World Trade Center. In an effort to memorialize and rebuild, the One World Trade Center, often called Freedom Tower, or 1WTC, is the central skyscraper to take place of the World Trade Center, which was destroyed in a terrorist attack in 2001. It's situated in Lower Manhattan, New York City, and is thought to not only be the tallest building in the US, at 1,776 feet, including its spire, but in the Western Hemisphere as well. It also claims the title of the 7th tallest building in the world. One World Trade Center is located on the 16-acre World Trade Center site. It began construction in 2006, under 5 years after the terrorist attacks, and concluded in 2013. It officially opened to the public in November 2014, and the One World Observatory was opened in May 2015. Upon completion of the entire 16-acre site, the One World Trade Center will incorporate 5 high-rise buildings and the National September 11th Memorial and Museum in the place of the original Twin Towers. Almost immediately after the terrorist attack, which claimed the lives of 2,606 people, ideas were thrown around to decide what to do with the now empty space where the Twin Towers once stood. Competitions were held, and the winning design of Daniel Libeskind was chosen. During the design and construction phase, the building underwent many changes as security concerns were raised and addressed. The New York City Police Department was involved in the process, and their influence saw the inclusion of a 187-foot concrete base. A floor limit was also imposed to limit the liability of any future terrorist attacks. Upon completion, One World Trade Center had 94 stories, 86 above-ground usable floors, with 78 of those used for office space, a sky lobby, a public lobby, and mechanical levels. A 3-story observation deck also formed part of the building, with interactive tours available for purchase too. The building is also a one-stop shop for shopping, eating, including fine dining, and working. While the One World Trade Center is a building constructed on the back of a tragic event, it's proof that the city can rise from the ashes and rebuild something bigger and better than ever before. Number 3. Lotte World Tower. South Korea has a lot of things to be proud of, but one of the more prominent ones in recent years would have to be the construction of the Lotte World Tower in Seoul. The 123-floor building, at 1,821 feet, is the tallest in South Korea and is thought to be the 6th tallest in the world, at least for now. It took 13 years of design changes, toing and froing, and site preparation to see construction get underway in 2010. By April 2, 2017, it was finally open to the public and was used for fireworks displays and an LED laser show the following year. The Lotte World Tower, while magnificent now, took some time to come to life. It wasn't through lack of experts or funds, but continuous design changes to perfect what would be a signature structure in South Korea. Initial concepts were put together in 1989, but that original design changed 3 times before one similar to the Eiffel Tower was decided upon in 2002. So, after 13 years of indecisiveness, the design they ultimately chose was just to make it almost the same as the Eiffel Tower. But then, it wasn't finalized at that point either. The bird's eye view of the tower changed considerably between 2004 and 2006, 7 times up until 2008, and once more in 2009. Finally, the tower began to break ground in 2009. In 2016, the final external construction components of the Lotte World Tower were finally coming together. But there was one last hurdle to tackle: the roof. The Diagrid roof, which was crafted in a lantern shape, was made up of 12-meter, 20-ton pieces of steel and spanned nearly 400 feet above floors 107 to 123. The roof was possibly one of the highest skilled components of the building. It was made to withstand its own weight without reinforcing pillars and used GPS alignment systems and the best welding technicians in the world to bring it to life. The roof is also designed to withstand a magnitude 9 earthquake and wind speeds of up to 3.2 feet per second. Number 2. Ping An International Finance Center. If you want to see an impressive building of mammoth proportions, then you will need to travel all the way to Guangdong, a coastal province in South China. In the city of Shenzhen is the 2nd tallest building in China, the tallest in Shenzhen, and the 4th in the world, known as Ping An International Finance Center. This super tall skyscraper spans 115 stories and 1,965 feet and has the highest observation deck at 1,844 feet. It's a sight to behold and a structure that's well worth a visit if you happen to be on vacation in China. Construction began in 2009 with the laying of the foundation stone, and it was well and truly underway by the end of the year. By 2013, however, it was halted due to rumors that the concrete in the foundation had been made with sea sand that hadn't been processed. As a result, there was a genuine risk of steel structure corrosion over time. Simple testing proved otherwise, and construction resumed. By 2014, and with the addition of a 10-meter steel column being moved into place, it became the tallest building in the city. By April 2015, construction had reached a point where it was the 2nd tallest building in China. It could have been even taller, but the proposed 60-meter antenna, which was featured in the original plan, was thought to obstruct flight plans. It was scrapped in the 11th hour. Upon completion, the Ping An International Finance Center was a thing of beauty. It had 33 double-deck elevators, a free sky observation deck, offices, hotels, retail spaces, a high-end mall, and a conference center. It also boasts nearly 500,000 square meters of floor space and weighs a whopping 620 metric tons. Number 1. Burj Khalifa. Burj Khalifa, which is Arabic for Khalifa Tower, has been known as the tallest building in the world since 2009. While there is always a country that is trying to create a structure that's bigger and better than anyone else's, it's going to be hard to top this one. The Khalifa Tower was built for 2 reasons: for Dubai to diversify from oil and to gain international recognition. We don't know about the former, but they certainly nailed the latter. Burj Khalifa is 2,722 feet tall, or 2,717 feet without its antenna, and it took just 6 years to build. Construction started in January 2004, and the exterior componentry of the building was finished by the end of 2009. The building opened in January 2010 to form part of the 490-acre Dubai development. The building is certainly impressive, but no one imagined it would gain as many accolades as it did. It's the tallest freestanding structure, tallest skyscraper to both the spire and antenna, and is the building with the most floors. It has 163 levels, and the title used to be held by the World Trade Center at 110. It also has the highest elevator installation, longest elevator travel distance at 1,654 feet, and is even home to the highest nightclub, on the 144th floor. The Khalifa Tower also has the world's highest restaurant, called Atmosphere, on the 122nd floor, and created the world's largest light and sound show in a single building. As you can see, Dubai doesn't like to do anything by halves. Everything about this tower is on an extreme scale. right down to the plumbing, air conditioning, and window cleaning. The building has nearly 25,000 windows, which cover 1,290,000 square feet, and it takes 3 to 4 months with 36 cleaners to wash the building's exterior. The tower's cooling system is unbelievable as well. It runs on 62,000 HP, and the condensate collection system captures water for irrigation of local parks. The plumbing also uses 250,000 gallons per day through 62 miles of pipes. Once the building was open to the public, the reception of it was positive. There were, however, complaints surrounding the use of South Asian migrant workers who were supposedly given low wages and had their passports confiscated. There were also reports of suicides relating to the tower's construction. While the building process may not have been entirely positive, you can't help but be in awe of the final product. Well done, Dubai. What will you think of next? Who knew it was possible to break the sky with a human-made structure? Modern-day architects and builders are well and truly testing the boundaries. Which building surprised you the most? Can you think of any other tall buildings that should have made this list? Also, check out our other cool stuff showing up on the screen now. See you next time.